Hey guys, how's it going today? This is me, Dallas Soup, back with some more Banished in Twilight. I've got the option here to buy some really nice clothing for not too much dough, or firewood rather. So we're going to do that. That's going to be 150. Close enough. So we got some nice coats there. As you can see, we have souped up our area a little bit since last we've met. I've been doing a lot of off-camera work, as I keep repeating. Sorry, I'm just getting old. I repeat myself too much, I know. But yeah, I sort of added this little cow field here because it's hard to really get much done with this hill that's right here. So I added the cow field. I circled it in fieldstone. I completed the quay up to here and then added some little flourishing rubber trees there. I started a market, which I'm probably going to do like a row of stalls on this side too. And then maybe some kind of plaza in the middle. And then we're going to expand out from here. I'm liking the way things look so far. The only thing that's bugging me is we're so square. Everything's square, as you'll notice. And the squareness of it is just, I don't know. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing to me for some reason. I want a little more chaos. So that's what I'm going to be sort of going for. Just a little more irregularity. Because that's how these old villages would have been, right? These old medieval, colonial, whatever kind of villages. They would have all been helter-skelter, so we're going to focus on that. We keep adding, we just keep throwing houses down over here. More just so that we keep growing than for any, you know, permanent reason. We're going to have to relocate all these eventually anyway. So I don't feel too bad about it. I'm having an issue, which is that I assigned a lot of things to be built. And... okay, so this is going to let me control that. But see, I have a bunch of things that are assigned to be built, but for whatever reason cannot be built right now. And I don't know exactly where they are. It's different kind of decorations and stuff that I apparently didn't have the materials for. And so we got 22 builders necessary. So we have to make sure when we build something to assign builders to that specific building, or because they won't necessarily go there automatically. I think that's what's happening here. It says 0 out of 2. We'd have to raise this by 2 to get them in there, it seems like. Anyway, we have a lot of people right now, so it's not such an issue, but it could be an issue down the road. We threw down a new fishing dock over here, just because we were starting to get a little low on food. But yeah, we're going to want to expand down this way. I think I want to do a little remove resource action here so I have more space to sort of see what things look like, what I'm going to do next. We did move our forester and stuff up to here. Actually, there's no forester there. There should be, though. Probably. We have no iron stored. I've been sending people out to gather it, but slow going right now. I need to shift all my builders back into labor for right now. I think we'll do that. We're not actively building anything right this second. So hopefully that will make short work of that, and we can decide what to do next. I want to keep an eye on my food. It has not been really growing. In fact, it's been sort of shrinking bit by bit as we grow our population. I do have a lot of circle left on here as well, as you can see. Put a little population center in there. Eventually want to get fancy country houses going. I don't want any of that. No, thank you. I think our stockpiles ought to be getting a little fullish before too long. Yeah, these guys are definitely getting full, unfortunately. No wonder I have no stored iron. I'm looking at iron instead of iron ore. Of course that makes sense. Alright. So, what are we going to do this episode? Like, I wanted to get this little market started, but seeing as how I actually have quite a lot of space left on here, I think what I'll do is make a little extension out here of the stone. And then maybe have houses facing it. It's doing this weird thing now and again where it won't let me fully place. See, it's not letting me fully place there. I find that sometimes if you encounter that and you build a stockpile on top of it, you can fix that problem sometimes. So you build the stockpile and then you say, I don't actually want the stockpile. Then sometimes when you come back, it'll let you do it. See? You heard it here, folks. I don't know why. I guess it clears the ground somehow. But it seems to be pretty handy trick. Okay, I want to get the stone squares under here too, so it's flush. That looks much better. I'm trying to think what else I detailed while I was away, but I don't think there was anything actually. I made this little brick extension or this cobblestone extension, whatever, come down here. I don't know if it looks perfect. Sort of jutting into the graveyard a little bit. I don't know. We'll think about that. Also, of course, there would be a fence here in real life. The issue is that because this is on a hill, it's like very hard to properly make a fence. What we could do, though, maybe, try to place a tree there. Wouldn't be able to do a physical one, apparently. But maybe if we do a ghost tree, it might work. Ooh. That's kind of sexy. Let's do that. Yeah, I like that. Block off the cows with these big California-looking things. These things always remind me of, like, Hollywood, whatever they're called. Spindlewoods, yeah. I don't know if that's because they grow in Hollywood or just something I saw in a movie. I don't know. Anyway, that looks kind of good. They're a little bit tall, but I think they look kind of cool. I don't know. I might undo that later for like a hedge. I could just use these dark green bushes. You know what? That might look better, actually. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Leghorns. I had ordered these. So I'm going to put those in here. This little backyard chicken coop. Yep. That is what I wanted. Last time I tried to do this, they all died. And I don't know why. Why is this? Oh, because it's not working. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted, and just to make sure, herdsman's 3 out of 3. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this looks kind of cool, but I think the bush would look more congruous. Congruous? So let me just, well, I'll do it off camera. Alright, so I've replaced those row of California-looking trees with dark green bushes. The only sad thing is some of them are beneath the hill, so you can't see them. That hill really kind of screws things up from a design point of view. I had thought about flattening it, but I decided that the flattening brush causes too many problems and it's permanent, so I think when these flush out with leaves, which they're about to do, yeah, it doesn't look so bad, does it? In fact, I probably want to add a few more. There's some like spaces here. Maybe that's okay. How about some hay piles? If only it could be on top of the hill like everything else. Not working for me. All right. We're gonna keep freaking messing with that until we get it right. because I want this to look beautiful. I think that looks pretty good, though. Yeah, okay. I guess I'm satisfied with that. From a zoomed out point of view, it looks more reasonable. So like I was saying, I think there's too many squares going on here. I want a bit of irregularity. And I was starting out by extending this little area. And it's doing that damn thing again, it does. Just remember, all you gotta do is build a stockpile and it'll fix your problems. See, what is with that? That doesn't make any sense to me. And I can't figure out a rhyme or reason for why it wants to do that every time, but I'm sure it has a reason. And see, now you can actually see it. That is weird. But that's how we're playing the game with the mod. So let's keep on doing that because it's starting to look kind of cool. See, I like the idea of a row of houses kind of turning the corner here. So let's get that happening. We leave a little alleyway between these two. And I think we just totally ring this market with houses. I mean, why not? Probably. It makes sense. I think it'll be pretty. Can't quite get this one down by the water, but that's okay. We'll extend our key out this way. And we'll keep plugging away with those little squares. I don't think it looks quite good. Especially once we get all this done. Yeah, let me flush this out off camera and I'll come back to you. Alright, so here's what we're working with. I think it looks pretty good. You know, I was kind of thinking there's a lot of space here in this square. It might make sense to have something like maybe a school. That gazebo would look pretty cool, wouldn't it? But we don't have the stuff we need for that, unfortunately. I do want all of this stuff, but it's probably all going to go in the downtown area. That schoolhouse is too big anyway. Could put this there. I don't think it looks that great, though. It doesn't really fit. I think what I'll do is put it somewhere over here. Like maybe right there would look alright. And then continue the brick laying out that way. And then maybe finish with like a blacksmith shop or something like that. Kind of what I'm thinking. Have something in here like maybe some park benches. I think we can build the real park benches maybe. Hardwood bench, stone bench. Hardwood would look good. We'll see how that looks. Go ahead and hire another teacher, because why not have two? Not that we're stretching our amount of school space, I don't think. I would love some blueberries. I think that's an orchard thing. Did I already buy that? I can't even remember. This is why you need a town hall, people. I don't want to risk buying it twice. Especially because all of you guys will let me know that I bought it twice. And I'll be publicly shamed. There's some spots in here we could like kind of fill in, but then that's going to make the stonecutter's place look a little weird. Although, I mean, it sort of makes it match a little bit better, doesn't it? You can imagine a stonecutter's place having a some stone around it. Yeah, I guess that looks kind of a little more appropriate. Yeah, I like that. Alright, we got our school up. We're going to have to, of course, put the appropriate tiles under that as well. I guess we can do that later. So the question is what goes right here. And I'm just thinking maybe more houses would be the most practical thing. Although we could use some other things, like a blacksmith, most notably. That way we can delete our old blacksmith eventually. Alright, I've convinced myself to do a blacksmith. And which way should it face? I think it can face kind of in. And I don't want it to be perfectly lined up with the school, you know. I want it to be a little offset. Tell you what, let's do the key first. There's so many cool buildings you can put there too. Could put some houses on the shore. That would be kind of cool. How exactly do you make this work? You know, this bridge, it looks so dumb. I think we need a more proper bridge pretty soon here. Wooden bridge, stone and wood bridge. I want one of the wide ones. Wider and cooler. You can't do it from the key though. So it's gotta be like that. So that's gonna mean we can't really put that house there. Fine. Let's just do the blacksmith if we can. The city blacksmith looks kind of cool too. But I don't have the furnishings or whatever that you need for it, so I think I'll just put it a little offset like that. And I think that's gonna look great. Cool, so we can get rid of this dumb looking thing now. And it does look dumb. And then maybe we could do like a rounded piece. Like that. Can't do that, huh? Yeah, I could. I've been collecting seeds, by the way, off camera. I have quite a few now. Radishes, kale, peas. So look for that exciting stuff. That pixelated deliciousness. How am I gonna do this? That's an inside wall. I need an outside wall. Why won't you let me? Alright, let's delete this one. If we can. I assume that's gonna let me do that. Should I just use the... Oh, there we go. Okay. So I guess you had to click on it just right. That ought to make it possible to now round this off and have it look... Yeah. That looks pretty cool. Alright. So once we completely finish stoning all this part in, it's going to start to look like something, I believe. You know... This is my favorite thing that I've done, probably, is this little square right here. It's kind of New Orleans-y, almost, which is where I live, for those of you who don't know. A lot of these New Orleans things, they have, like, living spaces on the outside, and then inside there's, like, a big courtyard with a fountain. I think that's what I ought to do in the city, is make some New Orleans-style housing blocks. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. And I think this looks pretty good too, but we need to decorate some of the inside. So I'm going to work on that, and then I'll be right back at you. So you may have noticed that I didn't really get to that. Mostly because we're running out of stone. and we're gonna need to kind of stop our beautification process and build a little village out here, both for food and just to make sure that we've got enough stone. So that's what we're working on now. Alright, so we've got a little road stretched out here, and we're building a couple houses. We want quarries and farming fields more than anything. And we might also just, for the hell of it, because I really don't want to starve to death, we might throw down a few fields down here just for fun. Some 11 by 11s. These are obviously going to be temporary. But I'm having so much fun, I don't want it to be ruined by some starving. So we'll just do these right here as a temporary solution to this problem. Maybe temporary, I don't know. We might decide we like it and leave it, but probably not. I've also queued up a whole bunch of stone gathering from all over the map, which is going to take people a long time. But yeah, we've got to make sure we've got the resources to keep going here. Also, my health started to drip, so I went ahead and assigned an herbalist over here. We're going to run into this damn problem with builders now. I guess I'm going to get rid of all my builders and see, and wait until some of the buildings are kind of ready to go, and then see if I can assign builders to those specific buildings. Seems like a smart plan. See, they're going everywhere now trying to get that stone from all these disparate places. I probably was a little overzealous telling them to get all that stone, but just got tired of running out. We need some quarries, though. It's that time. What do we need for a quarry? Do we have to have lumber? It might be time to build lumber as well. It's going to be under resource harvesting. Yeah. Pretty much all the... Now we can do stone and salt mine. Okay. And I like this one because it's not permanent. We could actually just do this anywhere if we wanted to. But I'd much rather get my little village set up. Alright, and then we're going to do... And we'll just do a barn here. This is all temporary. I just want a regular old barn. Yep. All temporary. And do kale in that one, peas in that one, parsnip in that one, eggplant in that one. I say we go up to like 15,000. I know Dead Inside just says go up forever, but still not convinced, Dead Inside. Alright. So we want 4 more farmers. And that ought to be good. So yeah, let's see if we can just assign 4 builders to this. Can we do that? Doesn't look like we actually can. Which is pretty unfortunate. Sort of gonna screw things up for me. But I'll go ahead and assign the builders I need. With just 1 guy left in labor in case. At least we know we have our farms established. Let's see, what are you building? Why is everyone so unhealthy? I don't know. Anyway, we're about out of time, guys, so I'm going to wrap up this episode, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.